Of course, we are joined by Julia Manchester from The Hill, a national political reporter from The Hill. Listen, Julia, the timing of this move isn't really as relevant as the fact that so many moderate Democrats and Republicans are saying, until you put a plan in place, don't take away the one thing that is helping us to manage the number of people crossing at the border. Is that really the story here?
That's correct, Adrienne. In fact, when we talk about timing, it's interesting because this is all happening during a midterm election year, and we are seeing Republicans really zeroing in on this issue of immigration and the situation at the border, trying to paint the Biden administration as soft on border policy, saying that it will only lead, the Biden administration's policies will only lead to an influx of migrants over the U.S. border, contributing to really an overflow and potential crime being led over the border. Now, it's interesting. We've seen various moderate Democrats up for re-election. Senator Mark Kelly, for example, in Arizona, Congressman Henry Cuellar in a border district in South Texas, and even Maggie Hassan, who's running for re-election for her Senate seat in New Hampshire. She was recently at the southern border. All of these moderate Democrats are saying, whoa, let's slow down here to the Biden administration, saying there needs to be a plan in place because they know they are obviously being pressured by Republicans on this issue. But, you know, they also argue that they understand what could be the implications of revoking Title II without a plan.
And really,
Title 42, I should say. Right,
exactly. And obviously, this is a CDC mandate. It is a health mandate, at which arguably, Psaki actually mentioned that this was not about immigration reform. This is about the CDC's policies. But it's kind of like the plan B to the plan B that hasn't ever been.
Absolutely. And so, you know, we hear the Biden administration and supporters of revoking Title 42 saying, look, we are nearing an end to the pandemic, or at least entering a different stage of the pandemic. We no longer need to be turning away these migrants from Central America at the southern border because of public health reasons. However, you have these other moderate Democrats and Republicans arguing that there is still an influx of migrants, regardless, trying to come over the border. And if there is not something that is put in place, you know, very much to aid this very, I would say, changing situation at the border, we're only going to see an overflow of migrants. So you're going to see that continuous, you know, rhetoric on both sides continue as we head up to May, which is when Title 42 is supposed to officially be turned away.
Well, one quick question. Do you think that Abbott sending a bus full of people who voluntarily said, yes, we'll go to Washington, D.C., will they be walking up to the White House and saying, OK, Mr. President, what are you going to do to help us? And is this going to actually help extend Title 42?
You know, it's hard to say. I don't know if that it will necessarily extend Title 42. Greg Abbott is a governor who's up for re-election, so it's hard for me to look at this and not say this is a campaign move. But I also thought it was very interesting that that bus just conveniently passed by a building where lots of news organizations in Washington are located. So this is definitely aimed, I think, at galvanizing support and maybe putting public pressure and Republican pressure on Joe Biden to at least have a plan to when he removes Title 42 or not to remove it. Whether Biden will do that, that remains to be seen. He's coming under a lot of pressure from the left progressive flank of his party as well. So in a tough situation here.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.